We're on the record in cause number 320656, case of style of state of Texas versus Anthony Joseph Weber. We have Mr. Weber, present in court. Mr. Weber, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Weber, you're present with your attorney, Mr. Peter Dahl. Mr. Weber, how are you doing? And Mr. Dahl, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good there.
Okay. Ms. Maxey, will you be handling this case, or I don't see I don't see Boyd on the Zoom.
It's just a.
Okay, Mr. Dahl, what's your announcement on Mr. Weber's case?
We request a trial, sir.
Okay, just hold on. I see you have a he has a felony court date July 22nd. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you give him a trial date.
November 29th.
Okay, it's going to be reset to November 29th for trial. You can get your reset, Mr. Dahl, from our court coordinator. Mr. Weber, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day, and you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Dahl.
Is it going to be at 9 o'clock? That's the question.
Trial starts at 10.
Trial 10?
On it. Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on the record in cause number 328046 and cause number 328836. Both cases of style of state of Texas versus Amber Danae Croft. We have Ms. Croft appearing via telephone on Zoom with her attorney, Mr. Clay Dugas. Mr. Dugas, you can take your mic off of mute.
Thank you.
Mr. Dugas, you have Amber Croft on the telephone.
I didn't hear that last part, Your Honor.
Do you have Amber Cross on your telephone?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. How you doing, Ms. Croft?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. And Mr. Dugas, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's good. Mr. Dugas, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in the Croft cases?
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to announce trial.
Okay, just hold on for your trial date.
November 29th.
Okay, your case is going to be reset to November 29th of 2021. Your reset, Mr. Dugas, is going to be sent to you. Ms. Croft, keep in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. This will, your case is reset to November 29th of 2021 for trial. This will conclude your cases, and you have, you're excused and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Dugas, you're excused as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. You have a good day.
Same to you. Thank you. We're on the record in cause number 31632, the state of Texas versus Anthony Laughlin. We have Anthony Laughlin appearing via Zoom. His attorney, Mr. Jason Jansen Bailey, is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Laughlin, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Bailey, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, Judge.
That's good. Now, Mr. Bailey, you have an announcement you'd like to make on Mr. Laughlin's case?
Yes, Your Honor, we'd like to set this for trial.
Okay, just hold on for your trial date. The case is going to be reset to November 29th of 2021. Mr. Bailey,
Your Honor,
your reset. Oh,
I just spoke with Mr. Smith in our office. Mr. Bailey pled on a felony case.
You mean Mr. Laughlin?
Oh, Mr. Laughlin, I apologize. Pled
Okay.
on a felony case, and Mr. Smith asked if we dismiss this in consideration for that. So the state's gonna move motion to dismiss on this case, and I'll do it right now.
Okay, Mr. Bailey, did you hear that?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Mr. Boyd.
Oh, you have any objections?
No objections.
All right. We're gonna, I'm gonna sign the dismissal in court. And so this will conclude your case, Mr. Laughlin. The state is dismissing your case. And you're excused. Stay in contact with your attorney. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Mr. Bailey, I think this is the only case you have. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so this will conclude your case. I will be signing the dismissal in a few minutes. And you're excused, and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, Judge. You as well.
All right. Who? Okay. You have a copy of the PC? I mean, not the PC, the information is not popping up. Yes. Some reason. No, it's not coming up. It, we're on the record in cause number 321-187. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Joshua Earl Howard. Is that your full name?
Yes.
Mr. Howard, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Howard, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Okay, Mr. Howard, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Howard? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Howard, you're here represented by your attorney, Ms. Marva Provo. Ms. Provo, how are you doing? That's good. Mr. Howard, the information in this case alleges that on or about November 20th of 2018, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you it alleges that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault family violence. Mr. Howard, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to discharge, Mr. Howard, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Mr. Howard, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Mr. Howard, do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Howard, there are a set of initials on the line next to a box that's checked nola contingere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, Mr. Howard, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature? On the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document? Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant? There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means that you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that? I have another document here. This document is titled the Discovery Certification. You recognize this document? And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Howard, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I've just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, would you like to also offer State's Exhibit Number 2, the probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections. State's Exhibits Number 1 and State's Exhibit Number 2 are admitted. Ms. Provo, you advised and counsel Mr. Howard, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Howard, your attorney, Ms. Provo, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation? Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Howard, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It's for 80 days, credit for time served, tax and retired court costs.
Okay, Mr. Howard, the state is offering that you serve 80 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you would not have to serve 80 days in Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 80 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'd be given credit for time served. The court costs in this, you will not be required to pay the court costs in this case because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Howard, do you understand the state's offer? And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Ms. Provo, would you please get this to Mr. Howard? Now, Mr. Howard, your attorney, okay. Mr. Howard, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you entered into with the state. Mr. Howard, you've just been handed the model written admonishment on ineligibility to possess firearm or ammunition. And I will go over this document with you in accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, section 176.1. The court hereby admonish you of the following. You are, by entry of order or judgment, ineligible to possess, well, you're ineligible under the Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number 3, under Texas Penal Code, Section 46.01, Section 3A, firearm means any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade, or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is 1, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, or 2, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. The statutes listed below are a starting point for ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, Notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, Unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, Unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse or neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective orders. Mr. Howard, this will conclude your case. You're excused. No, you have to stand over here. Yeah, stand over here on the X in front of the clerk. And once you finish here, that will conclude your case, and you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Ms. Marva Provo, I think this was the case. You're free to go as well. You have a blessed day.
Oh, wait a minute, let me mute.
Hold on a minute. I gotta get the prosecutor.
He was in that middle room talking to me. He might still be in that middle room.
Are you talking about over here? About
Yeah.
On the blue door?
Yes, sir. He might still be there.
okay.
No answer.
Okay, we'll call, but you get a chance.
Yeah, thank you, Judge.
Okay. Eric Estrada? Just hold on, we're gonna.
Judge, this is Charlie Rojas. I'm on Zoom,
Yes, okay, we are.
and I just heard you call Eric Estrada. I sent a letter of representation on him yesterday on the refile. I don't think it's made its way down to the court yet, but I was hired on his case.
Hold on a minute. Well, hold on a minute. Hey, Pepper, would you go get Eric Estrada? Miss,
Right here.
Miss Redmond, could you check to see if, there's a substitution on, Eric Estrada?
Eric Estrada?
Hey, Charlie, I was previously on this case. This is Marcus Wilkerson. And I had got the withdrawal granted in felony court, but apparently it didn't get properly filed in county court. So you might actually have to file a motion to sub.
Okay, I thought that motion was granted out in both courts, but if I have to do a substitution, I can do a substitution.
Okay. Okay,
There was a motion to withdraw back in last year,
Okay.
okay,
but it was never signed.
okay. Could you print it?
So that's what it was, Mr. Rojas. It hadn't been signed by the county court, but it was signed in
Okay.
felony court.
Okay, I saw the motion. I thought the order was signed, Judge, but if the court's not going to sign that order this morning, I can file a motion to substitute, whatever's easier for the court.
Which one,
I'm printing the motion to
we'll do the motion to withdraw is, coming across right now.
Then all he would need to do is call an attorney.
Right. So you'd have to call attorney rep letter.
I did file it yesterday, Judge. It should be working its way through the e-file. I don't know if it's been accepted yet or not, but we filed that late yesterday afternoon. But Mr. Estrada
Okay.
should be there.
Yeah, he's standing in front of the bench.
Okay.
Okay, we're on the record in cause number 324902, cause number 324904. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Eric Estrada. Is that your full name? Mr. Estrada, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Estrada, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? You may put your hands down. Mr. Estrada, how are you doing? That's good. Mr. Estrada, now you're here currently, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. William Wilkerson. Mr. Wilkerson, how are you doing? That's good. Now, Mr. Wilkerson, in this case, has filed in each one of your cases a motion to withdraw. as counsel. Did you receive a copy of the motions?
No, sir.
Okay, let's,
They were filed back, like,
Could
like
you-
you said last year.
yeah, let's do this here.
They were sent via certified mail, but I believe Mr. Estrada at the time had been in,
Yeah, he can go ahead on. Why don't you look over those, and see if you have any objections to him withdrawing as your attorney?
Do I have any
Oh, hold on. Let me, now, Mr. Estrada, have you had an opportunity to review the motions to withdraw that was filed by, Mr. William Wilkerson?
Yes, sir, just now.
And now, do you oppose him, withdrawing as your attorney?
What will happen if I oppose?
Will he still be on your case?
It's hard to know.
Okay, so it's all right. So you're not opposed to Mr. Wilkerson withdrawing? Okay. Okay, so Mr. Wilkerson, your motions to withdraw in each case will be granted. And Mr. Estrada, there's Mr. Charlie Rojas, who is also appearing via Zoom. He's on the telephone. Now, Mr. Rojas has informed the court that he's been hired, but he's going to send, well, I think he said he sent a letter of representation in last night. And so we
That's correct,
should
Your
be, he e-filed it. And so it may be coming through the system if we don't have it. And so when we get that motion to, not that motion, but his letter of representation, Mr. Rojas will be noted on the docket as your attorney. Okay? Did we?
Thank you, Your Honor.
get it? Okay. Are they checking right now, Mr. Rojas? Just hold on a few minutes. Okay, Mr. Wilkerson, you excused on this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Rojas, we hadn't received it yet. However, the case is just going to be reset. It will still be in Mr. Estrada's name. And so once we get the letter of rep, then your name will be placed on the case.
Okay, that's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, so his case is going to be set along with the felony case, August 11 of 2021. Mr. Estrada, you
Okay.
can stand up, reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Rojas, let's see.
I think I have two other cases on the docket.
Yes, I saw your name here.
One in jail. And Sherman Barnes is the other one.
Sherman
Mr.
Barnes,
No, Sherman Barnes is now here.
he's here? Okay, have him to come in.
Mr. Villarreal is here. Sherman Barnes?
We're on the record in cause number 323548. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Sherman Lynn Barnes. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Barnes?
I'm doing great today, Your Honor.
That's good, Mr. Barnes. You're represented by Attorney Charlie Rojas. He's appearing via Zoom. Mr. Rojas, what is your announcement in Mr. Barnes' case?
Judge, we're going to be requesting another announcement docket. Mr. Barnes is having an issue collecting his Social Security or his unemployment benefits. I think they finally came through this earlier this week, and he's going to be able to start making payments again. So we're asking for one more announcement docket. I think we can be able to make an announcement if we get a regular reset.
What's his reset date? Yeah. Okay, the case is going to be reset to August 4th. Just, you'll be sent a copy of the reset, Mr. Rojas, Mr. Barnes. Stand on the X, the far X over there. And once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Rojas, I think your next case is, the gentleman is in jail. And so.
Yes, and I think his felony case was reset to July 11th, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's Bourgeois. Let me see, that's cause number 326-825, LaShawn Bourgeois. He has a felony, his felony case was reset. I see on the docket, she just has July 14th.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it on the same date?
No, Judge, I think my client's name is Carrie.
Oh, okay, they said Bourgeois. Okay, hold on a minute.
No, Carey, Gabriel Carey, bottom of page 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, Carrie, yeah, Gabriel Carey, cause number 326-512. That case has been reset to July 27th, so we will reset this case on the same day with the felony case.
Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Rojas, this will conclude your case. You're free to go. You have a blessed
Thank you,
day.
Your Honor. You as
All
well,
right.
Judge. Thank you.
All right. Nicholas Villarreal. We're on the record in cause number 322708 and cause number 325280. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Nicholas Kane Villarreal. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Villarreal?
I'm doing all right, sir.
That's good. Mr. Villarreal, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Jason Nix. Mr. Nix, how you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Nix, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Villarreal case?
Unfortunately, no, Your Honor. We were working something out this morning and we were made aware of a new charge. And so we'd like to speak to the prosecutor and find out what the new charge is about so that we can try to resolve everything.
Is it unfiled or something?
It's just recently filed, Judge.
It was filed yesterday, Your Honor.
Is it a misdemeanor?
It's a felony.
Felon? Okay. Okay, how much time do you need?
45 days.
Okay, well, we give you 60.
Thank you,
plus,
Judge.
Okay, we're gonna reset him for 60. Okay, we reset it, case set September 1st, 2021.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, well, once you get your reset, Mr. Nix, you'll be free to go. Mr. Villarreal, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go as well. You have a blessed day, Mr. Villarreal, and you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Nix.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Who is, is Mr. Mayo's client here? I didn't see him early. Darren Klein? Can you check to see?
I believe he showed up, Your Honor.
Okay, why don't you call Darren Klein?
Darren Klein?
We're on the record in cause number 32350, State of Texas versus Darren Klein. Mr. Klein, how are you doing?
Doing all right, sir.
That's good. Mr. Klein, you're represented by your attorney, Thomas Mayo. He is appearing on Zoom. Mr. Mayo, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Mayo, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Klein's case?
Yes, sir. We're ready. We'd like a trial date, Your Honor.
Okay, just hold on. Okay, the trial date is November 29th of 2029. Mr. Mayo, your reset will be sent to you. And Mr. Klein, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Your case has been reset to November 29, 2021. You can stand on the Forex and give you your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Mayo, I think this is your only case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Mr. Sherlander,
Yes, sir.
did you look into that matter? Oh, she's there? Okay.
He's with me.
Okay, that's Cheyenne McKnight.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Antoine Freeman. Well, I don't think he said he had filed a substitution, but he hadn't, we hadn't received it yet. Hang on, we're gonna check again. Oh, the proposed order. Yeah, Mr. Sherlander,
Yes, sir.
were you able to file that proposed order?
Well, they're working on it, Judge.
Okay, what we're gonna do now, I mean, Mr. Freeman state that he is not opposed to a substitution in this case. And so, once we get the proposed order without objection, the court will sign the substitution. And then Mr. Freeman will be let off the case. But as of now, I mean, if we reset it, Mr. Freeman's name is still on there because we haven't received the proposed order yet.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do this here. I can reset it about 60 days. That'll give you enough time to
Yes, sir.
get the order, talk to, and do whatever you need to do on the case. And
Yes,
in the
sir.
meantime, once we get the proposed order from you, then we'll send you to the court date.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now, Miss McKnight,
Yes, sir.
did you hear? Yeah, did you hear everything that was said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you hired Mr. Mel Sherlander. Mr. Sherlander is going to get us the order. And then once he gets the order, his name will be on the docket as your attorney. But for the meantime, Mr. Antoine Freeman name will be on as your attorney now until we get that proposed order. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. And this will conclude your case, Ms. McKnight. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Sherlander, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day. And Mr.
Okay.
Freeman, I guess you can just get the reset here. I think you have another case as well. Okay.
Your Honor, I have a John setup on page 2, Wright Kimmer's. Wright is in trial in Hardin County.
Okay, we'll get to him next. What about Yasmin Brim?
No answer.
No answer? Okay, you can try to contact him.
I did, the number I tried is not Respond in not.
Um, let's see.
But I'll try to call him.
Okay.
He didn't do-
John Sutter?
We're on the record in clause number 323-724, case of style state of Texas versus John Paul Sutter. Mr. Sutter, how are you doing?
Morning. Pretty good about yourself, Judge.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Sutter, the attorney, Mr. Wright Kimler, is not here this morning because he's in trial in Hardin County.
Yes, sir.
So you can get your reset you stand on the far X, you're gonna get your reset, and you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir. You too. Sam.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Is that Jeffrey Gelb?
Yes, Your Honor. That's on Kevin Britton.
Brigham?
I think it's a very last one.
Oh, okay. Hold on a minute.
It's an agreement, Your Honor.
Is it Keith? No, that's Keith Britton. He said Kevin Brigham.
Oh, excuse me, Keith Britton. My mistake, Your Honor.
Well, why don't you go get Keith Britton in? Are you standing in for Jim Kepler?
Yes, I work for him.
Okay.
I also filed a notice of appearance too.
Okay, we'll check.
Keith Britton?
Okay. We're on the record in clause number 329260. The case is style of state of Texas versus. How you doing, Mr. Britton? I'm doing fine. Mr. Britton, your attorney of record is Jim Kepler. But Mr. Kepler is not here. He has Mr. Jeffrey Gelb, who is appearing in his place. You have any objections to Mr. Gelb appearing in the place of Mr. Kepler?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Gelb, this case is on the court's announcement docket. What is your announcement?
Ready?
Okay, so you want to set it for trial?
We have an agreement.
Okay, but if you have to, are you saying a plea bargain agreement?
We do have a plea.
You would have to appear in person to sign the documents.
Oh, okay. I wasn't told that. Actually, if I had known that, I could have appeared, but.
Okay, let's do this here. Mr. Britton, do you work?
Still work, yes.
Okay, okay. I was just, we're gonna try to make it convenient. I mean,
Well,
how-
he was supposed to have been here today.
yes, but apparently I don't know what happened, but let's do this. We can reset it 30, 45, 60 days to give him the opportunity to appear in person. Would 60 days be better for you? I mean, want to interfere with your work schedule.
Yeah, it costs me a lot of money to miss a day of work.
Wow.
Like I say, I own my own trucking business. and
Yeah, I understand.
so, as far as I know, he was supposed to be here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm so sorry, Judge. I didn't realize that.
Okay, Mr. Gelb, the case is going to be reset. Give us 60 days. Yes, it's gonna be on the plea docket. Now, let me ask you here, what days are better for you during the week, Monday through Friday?
Friday would be best.
Okay, let's do it let's get him on a Friday. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do it August the 20th, okay? Okay, we're gonna reset the case to August the 20th. And so, Mr. Gelb, the reset will be sent to Mr. Kepler and Mr. Britton, you can get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thanks, sir.
All right. And you have you're free to go as well. Mr. Gelb, the reset will be sent to Mr. Kepler. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so
Is that a reset at 9 o'clock?
yes, it says at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. You can stand on the X over there.
Let me exit. Leave meeting.
Travis Ozine? So he was supposed to be. We're on the record in cause number 327344, the state of Texas versus Travis Ray Ozine. Is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Ozine? That's good, Mr. Ozine. You're represented by your attorney, Tom Burbank. Mr. Burbank, how you doing?
Doing fine, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Burbank is appearing via Zoom. Now, Mr. Burbank, what is your announcement?
Your Honor, we have communicated this morning with Mr. Ozing. They have an offer of 1 year over 1 year probation with a $1,000 fine. I want to ascertain from Mr. Ozing if he's going to accept that offer or wants it to be placed on the trial docket.
I mean, do you want to talk to your client?
No, we talked to him this morning, somebody from my office, and I was given a text that said that he was hesitant or whatever, and I just need to know if he wants to accept it or not.
Okay, Mr. Ozane, do you accept the state's offer or you reject offer?
Excuse me, sir. I've been trying to get in touch with him for the last 4 weeks.
Okay.
Now it's the secretary
Mr.
calling me 20 to 10 minutes.
Okay. Your Honor, my office is always open and I will have my secretary look for his phone call. Last time we talked was in May sometime, or he called. He needs to make an appointment then, and we asked to be placed on the trial docket then at this time.
Okay. What's the, give us a reset date? Okay, case is reset for trial on November 29th, 2021. Mr. Ozine, you can stand on the 4X, get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
And
Stand on the 4X.
make sure that he calls to get in, Judge.
Okay, did you hear your attorney?
I've been calling that for that full week.
All right, now, Mr. Tom Burbank.
Yes, Your Honor.
This case is being reset. We'll send you your reset.
Yeah, I've got it for November 29th at 9 a.m., Judge.
Yes, and they said that, does he have another one?
I do.
Okay.
Should be
You
on
have
Mason.
Davey, okay, yeah, Davion Mason, he's in jail.
He's in custody.
Felony case was set today as well. Do you want this case reset with the felony date?
Or if the state wants to try it, Judge, I think that murder case is probably precedent over this, but I'll try the case at any time. This
Okay.
case.
I mean,
I don't have anything to do with the felony case, but I will.
But what's your name in this case?
This is a terroristic threat that happened prior. But I would ask, Judge, that it be reset till after the felony case.
Okay, we have to get a felon, we'll get a date, and the case will be reset, and your reset will be sent to you. This will
Yes, Your
conclude.
Honor.
This will conclude your cases. You're excused and you have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. He's still on here. Kimber, Lisa. Kimber. Kimber. Okay. Sean Mouton. Sean Ryan Mouton. He's on page 3 in the middle. We're on the record in cause number 326-112. Case is styled of State of Texas versus Sean Ryan Mouton. Mr. Mouton, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Mouton? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Mouton. You're here with your Attorney Alwyn Samuel. Mr. Samuel, how you doing?
I'm fine, Your Honor.
That's good. Mr. Samuel, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Mouton's case?
Yes, Your Honor, we'd like to inform the court that we do have discovery on the case. There's a DVD we did not receive. We would like it placed on the plea docket if possible. And we'll resolve it after I go over information with Mr. Mouton.
Okay. Ms. Raymond, could you give us a date? Plea docket.
30, 60 days.
30, 60 days. Anything except the first week of July.
First week of July?
Not
Except the first week of July.
Except the first week.
Okay, you want to do July 19 or July 26?
Either one, that's fine.
Either one.
We do July, let's do July 26.
That's fine.
Okay, Mr. Mouton, your case is reset to July 26th.
Yes, sir.
Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
You can have a seat in the courtroom. Okay, now LaShawn Bourgeois, that's a gentleman that's in jail. He has a case, it's cause number 326-825. Mr. Samuel, his felony case is set on July 14, 2021. When would you like this misdemeanor case to be set to?
Anything after that felony.
Okay, give us a date.
Since he's in custody, he can do it on the same day, doesn't mean that you have to go out to the jail. You can just make an announcement here. That way we can keep up with it.
Yeah. I'm not on the felony though.
Right,
Same thing.
Rojas is on the felony.
Right,
Because if he's in custody, we would have to move it to a Thursday meeting.
that's
We
fine.
might as well keep it with the felony to its disposal.
Okay, so, that case will be reset till July 14, 2021.
Yes.
And we could give, Mr. Samuel his reset. Okay, Darrell Thomas?
Mr. Sam.
Where did we're on the record in cause number 327060. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Darrell Thomas.
Yes,
Is that your full name?
yes, Caroline Thomas.
Okay, how are you doing, Mr. Thomas?
How you doing, Judge?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Thomas, the case is set on our announcement docket. Mr. Alvin Samuel, you have an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. We have discovery. We've gotten that. However, there's a DVD that we've not received, but I do believe we have an offer. We will be able to resolve it, but I'd like to have the opportunity to be placed on the plea docket so that we can come back and resolve it at that time.
Okay, could you give us a date?
On the same date, 7/26.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, your case is gonna be reset to July 26th of 2021. And once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too.
And, let's see,
That's it.
Mr. Samuel, this will conclude your cases.
Yes, sir.
Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you also. Also.
Yeah, wait, I thought didn't we call this case? Okay, we're gonna call the, we don't. We're on the record in cause number 323041, State of Texas versus Glenn, is that Adderley Breeder?
Yes,
Glenn Adderley Breeder? Okay, how you doing, Mr. Breeder?
I'm doing.
Okay, Mr. Breeder, your case is set on our, it was set on a trial docket today. Obviously, this is not one of our trial days. But Mr. Wilkerson, you like to keep it on the trial date? Can you give us a trial date? It's gonna be reset November 29th of 2021. Mr. Wilkerson, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And Mr. Breeder, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And Mr. Breeder, you have a blessed day. Ms. Wilkerson, you have a blessed day. But I think this concludes your cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Yeah, We're on the record in cause number 326360. Case is style of State of Texas versus Trevin Wayne Canova. Is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Canova?
Doing out there.
That's good. Mr. Canova, you here represented by your attorney, Mr. Todd LeBlanc. Mr. LeBlanc, how you doing?
Good, Judge. Thanks, sir.
Mr. LeBlanc, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Canova's case?
Yes, Judge. My client's been accepted into the pretrial diversion program.
Okay.
So we need to
Do you have a sign-up date?
believe it's
Is it August?
August.
Okay, so let's reset this case to the second week in August, because the sign-up date is usually the first week, of the month.
And so I presume if he signs up and everything's fine, he won't.
It'll be, let me see, it'll be dismissed.
Okay.
Will give us a date in August, second week in August?
Well, we have to do it on the 16th.
Okay. August, case is gonna be reset to August 16th. Mr. Canova, you can get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. LeBlanc, thanks for being patient with us.
Thank you, Judge.
Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Jesus Rodriguez.
That's my client, Your Honor. Mr. Rodriguez is here, and then
Yes.
Bradley is also right outside the board. Those are my two.
Yeah,
announcements,
get
Your Honor.
Mr. Bradley, it's Sanita Bradley.
Yes, Your Honor, she's right outside. Yes, both of them, Rodriguez and Bradley, are both the same situation. Probably should have told you. It was,
Mr. Rodriguez down to the front, Mr. Bradley, I see the first
Yes,
case.
We're on the record in cause number 329082. Case is style Jesus Manuel Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, is that your full name?
Jesus Rodriguez. Jesus Manuel Rodriguez.
Okay, that's good. Now, how are you doing?
Good, yes, sir.
That's good. Mr. Rodriguez, you're represented here by your attorney, Mr. James Patch. Mr. Patch, how you doing?
Good morning, Your Honor, I'm doing well.
That's good. Mr. Patch, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Rodriguez's case?
Your Honor, we are waiting on the video evidence. I have everything else. So I requested that evidence on the 19th of May, and I still have not received the DVDs, and I've been checking on a regular basis.
Okay. I guess we just have to wait for the DA's office to make it available to you.
Well, they've been coming in quicker lately. So, I expect it any time now. I expect a phone call. anytime.
Okay, so you're gonna, you just keep it on your announcement docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're gonna reset it. What's the date? How much time do you need?
Whatever pleases the court. I mean, all we're waiting on is the DVD evidence, and then I'll sit down with
Just
her.
do a regular reset. It can be reset to August the 4th.
No problem.
Mr. Rodriguez, your case is gonna be reset to August 4th. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Santita Bradley.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 329172. The case is styled as State of Texas versus Santita Bradley. We have Mr. Bradley, who's present in court with her attorney. Mr. James Paget. Mr. Paget, do you have an announcement that you'd like to make?
Unfortunately, I'll have to make the same announcement, Your Honor. The discovery was requested on the 19th. I've received everything but the body camera and the dash camera.
So you need some videos on this one too?
Everything else I have in my hands, and I'm going to relay that to Ms. Bradley at our next appointment. And hopefully by that time, we'll have our video evidence as well, so I can provide her with a copy of it and we can review it.
Okay.
Again, I'll speak to the prosecutor once I receive that.
Okay, give us a date. Okay, it's gonna be reset to August the 4th to give you time to get the video, the camera information from the DA's office.
In the meantime, Your Honor, I have, as a backup plan, I've applied for pretrial diversion on Ms. Bradley's case.
Okay.
So I will make the court aware if she gets approved for that. In the meantime,
Okay.
we do
Okay.
need to see the video.
Okay. Okay, Miss Bradley, you can get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Paget, this will conclude your cases. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day as well. All right, thank you. Yes, you may be excused.
Okay.
We did call the ball, correct? Canova?
Thank you. You as well.
Here for Anthony Whitmire.
Is, once you get Mr. Whitmire.
Anthony Whitmire?
We're on a record in cause number 325096, State of Texas versus Anthony Whitmire. Mr. Whitmire, is that your full name? Anthony Whitmire? How are you doing, Mr.? Anthony Gene Whitmire?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Whitmire, how are you doing?
I'm great.
That's good. Mr. Whitmire, you here with your attorney, Jared Gilthorpe. Mr. Gilthorpe, how are you doing? Okay, Mr. Gilthorpe, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Whitmire's case?
Yes, sir. Who are you, on the trial docket?
Okay, just hold on. Okay, it's gonna be reset to November 29th of 2021. Mr. Whitmire, once you get your reset, well, first of all, your case is reset to November 29th of 2021 for trial. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Just have a seat in the courtroom.
Yes, sir.
Is Edgar Tecumseh present? You have another one, Mr. Gilthorpe?
Yes.
It's on page 5 in the middle.
You didn't answer one good.
Could you call his name again?
Yeah. Edgar Tecum?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, he's on the he's on Zoom.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. He said that was his iPhone. It just said iPhone on the. Okay. We're on the record in cause number 328488 and cause number 328490. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Edgar Tecum. Is that Sachet?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, how are you
Yes.
doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Tecum, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Jared Gilthorpe. Mr. Gilthorpe. Check and see if we got bond conditions in this case. Mr. Gilthorpe, what is your announcement in this case?
We'd like to be placed on a trial docket, Judge.
Okay, just hold on a minute. We have, I don't know. Okay, could you reach me that blue folder with bond conditions?
Jared. Yeah, one of yours didn't answer a while ago. Which one? Medallion.
I know what's his name is here.
We ain't got to that docket yet.
Mr. Edgar Tikum Sachet. What I have before me, I just handed your attorney standard bond conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. And I'll go over these bond conditions with you. And it reads, following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein or ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Mr. Tikum, do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the next condition, condition number 2, the defendant shall the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. And that's pursuant to the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44, Section A2 and Section C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, Your Honor.
And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim and Caitlin Teacom. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now condition number 4 doesn't apply to you because it only applies in a DWI case, and your case is not a DWI case. Your attorney has been given a copy of that. You have, you can pick up the copy from the attorney office. And if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and you will be placed in the county jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, do we have a trial date for Mr. Teacom? Is, he's resetting it for trial, is that correct?
Yes, Judge, we'd like it as soon as possible.
Oh, well, I could have it Tuesday, if you want it Tuesday.
We'll do it Tuesday.
Yeah, it's up with the state. We got you coming up Tuesday anyway. All right, okay, so give us a trial date. Yeah. Unless we put him in on a month. Okay, what do we look like in August? I mean, when you say full, how many do we have on there?
Judge, I believe this one could be tried in less than 5 minutes.
Oh, well, is that one, is that one of our trial dates?
It is, yes, sir. It's full.
Okay, who else we got? Okay, well, we just have to be in November.
Okay.
Or with those dates. What's that date?
November 29th.
Okay, November 29th, 2021. Okay. You get your trial date. Once you get your trial date, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Mr. Teacom, once you get your trial date, well, you have your trial date. Just stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. This will conclude your case. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir. Thank you so much.
We got, we're on a record in 2 cases. First case is cause number 328-240. Second case is cause number 328-620. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Shedrick D. Matthews. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Matthews? That's good. Mr. Matthews, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Ryan Matuska. Mr. Matuska, you have an announcement you'd like to make?
Yes, Your Honor. I had Mr. Matthews on a jail run, but he bonded out. So I haven't had a chance to discuss the offer with him. Could I have a quick recess?
Yes, you can do that. Just, all right. We're on the record in cause number 322-365-2. Case is styled State of Texas versus Rodney Rochelle Cleveland. It's one of the cases that was transferred from County Court at Law number 3. Mr. Cleveland, is that your full name?
Yes, sir. Rodney Rochelle Cleveland Jr.
Okay, Rodney Rochelle Cleveland Jr.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Cleveland?
I'm all right.
That's good. Mr. Cleveland, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Lang Sam. Sam, how you doing?
Doing well, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Adams, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Cleveland's case?
Yes, he wants to keep his case on the trial docket. He said he's innocent.
Okay, give us a trial date. Probably gonna be November 29th.
No, sir, that's for, December 6th. One second.
Suit just died.
Okay, the case should be reset to December 6th of 2021 for trial. Mr. Cleveland, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Just have a seat in the courtroom. Call the name of Savannah DeVilliers. Okay, stand on that X right there. Okay. Mr. Adams, it's your case. We're on the record in cause number 325-661. Case is styled the State of Texas versus Savannah Leah Vidalier. This is another case that was transferred from County Court at Law number 2 to trial. Okay, Ms. Vidalier, is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Adams, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Ms. Vidalier's case?
Yes, can we retain the case on the trial docket?
Okay. Let's stay on the trial docket.
If you mind, can we
It'll
do
be,
the same day?
it's the same day. December 6th of 2021. Once you get your reset, Ms. Vidalier, from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir. That's for the prosecutor. That's just for her. She'll come pick it up. One second.
Lynn Breeder for Wilkerson? Trial docket. Really, we're on the record in cause number 3288830, case and style of state of Texas versus Yasmin Brim. Ms. Brim, would you come forward? She need to put her stuff on the table. We're on the record in cause number 3288830, case and style of state of Texas versus Yasmin Brim. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Brim?
Pretty good. And you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Brim. You're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Antoine Freeman. Mr. Freeman, how are you doing?
Good, John, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Ms. Brim, the information in this case alleges that on or about January 4th of 2021, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Ms. Brim, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Brim, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
It was no contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brim, I have before me a document that is titled, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Brim, there's a set of initials on the line next to a box that says sec nolo contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On the next page of the same document, above the line that's titled defendant, is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, which is titled the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, what is the discovery certification? Ms. Brim, I have before me a document that is titled the discovery certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is that your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Brim, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents that I just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Without objection, Your Honor.
And you also offer State's Exhibit Number 2, the probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
Without objection.
No objection. State's Exhibits Number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Freeman, you advised in counsel, Ms. Brim, is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? Ms. Brim, your attorney, Mr. Freeman, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. Brim, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
The terms of that agreement are 6 months of deferred adjudicated probation, a $200 fine, and 60 hours community service.
Ms. Brim, the state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. And during the 6 month deferred adjudicated probationary period, Ms. Brim, you'll be required to pay a fine of $200 plus court costs of $292, which comes to a total of $492. Ms. Brim, you'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and you will be required to reimburse the court appointed attorney's fee of $250. Could you give me a copy of her affidavit of indigency? Now, Ms. Brim, the total monthly installments in this case is $225. Ms. Brim, would you be able to afford the $225? Would you be able to pay the $225 per month? The installments is $225 per month. Would you be able to pay that?
So that's the cost of, I'm lost.
Okay, when I edit, well, okay, your fine is $200.
Mm-hmm.
Your probation fee is, your court cost is $292. The fine and court cost total is $492. Your probation fee is $60 each month. And there's a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You'll also be required to reimburse the court-appointed attorney's fee of $250. The total monthly installments for this case is $225 per month. Ms. Brim, would you be able to pay the $225 per month?
So that's for 6 months?
Yes.
No, because I didn't expect it to be that high.
Okay, so you cannot pay the $225 per month. Now, Ms. Brim, I'm looking at let's see, it's an affidavit of indigency. That you filled out on April 27th of 2021. Mr. Freeman, could you hand this to your client? Ms. Brim, you see that affidavit of indigency?
Mm-hmm.
And did you fill that document out April 27th, 2021?
Yes.
Now, is everything in that document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And is the information in that document, is that still current
Yes,
as
sir.
of today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me see that document. Okay, so Ms. Brim, the court is going to find that you are indigent pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. And because the court is finding that you are indigent, where's the- That's 492.
Mm-hmm.
$39. Okay. Now, Ms. Brim, the court is going to find that you're indigent pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Now, your fine in this case is $200 plus court costs of $292 comes to a total of $492. That $492 is going to be converted to community service. And it'll be converted to 39 hours of community service. Your probation fee of $60 will be reduced. Your probation fee of $60 per month is going to be reduced to $25 per month. Okay, so you'll still be required to pay the $15 per month urinalysis fee, and you'll be required to reimburse the county for the $250 court-appointed attorney's fees. Now, your monthly installments is going to change. It's going to go down, and your community service, the 39 hours of community service for the fine and court costs will be added to the 60 hours that you were already required to perform. So you're required to perform 60 hours. So let me just repeat the state's offer, so we'll have it. The state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 6-month deferred adjudicated probationary period, you'll be required, the state has offered for you to pay a fine of $200 plus court costs, which comes to a total of $492. The $492 is going to be converted to 39 hours of community service. The probation fee is $60. However, that probation fee is going to be reduced to $25 per month instead of $60 a month. You'll also be required to pay the $15 urinalysis fee each month and reimburse the county the court appointed attorney's fees of $250. Now, the Jefferson County Probation Office is going to refigure the amount that you would have to pay per month based on the fact that you would not be paying $492 in fine and court costs, but you'll be doing 39 hours in community service. Now, in addition to that 39 hours in community service, the state is offering that you perform 60 hours of community service, and you would also have to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, now, Ms. Grimm, do you think that the state's offer is fair and just?
Yeah.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
And first of all, do you understand the state's offer and the court adjustments?
Yes.
Okay, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement with the adjustments and findings that have been made in this case. Ms. Brim, you can stand on the X where your attorney is standing. You're gonna follow the directions of the court clerk. Now, Ms. Brim, if you successfully complete your deferred probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney, Mr. Antoine Freeman, about a non-disclosure. He's quite competent in those matters. Once you finish in here, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, you too.
And thank Mr. Freeman. Once you finish in here as well, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Your right thumb.
Yes, sir.